please. Eva? Yes.
Did God create you evil?
Beg pardon?
Did God create you evil? If so, then why?
Did God create evil? If so, then why?
God did not create evil at all. Evil did not need to be created. The lack of goodness is evil. Whoever put these lights on, did he create shadows and shades as well?
Yeah, okay.
He had only to create light. And whatever was away from light, that was a shadow. That was in a shadow. So you do not have to create both the poles of existence. Create just one, which is the positive pole. The opposite would immediately come into being by itself. So God created goodness,
Right.
and the lack of goodness became evil.
How this can
But
happen? How this can happen?
this is what I'm telling you with reference to light. If you, suppose you have created sun, it's not you who has created the night. You only created the day.
Yeah.
So anything in existence which turns its face away from the sun would be responsible for that night. Because night has not to be created independently, it cannot be created. It's impossible. You have only to create light. And the darkness will be its opposite number, which will automatically be born.
Yes.
Right?
Can I? Can
Yes.
I, for this question,
In a different
give
way.
another?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Because first bad things happen from Adam. Yes. From Adam, when Adam came. But now, from where come to Iblis?
Yes.
Iblis,
No problem.
how Iblis have bad things in his
That's
head
right.
before Adam came.
You see,
How this happened?
this can only happen in a world of choices, not otherwise. If there is just light and no shadows, this is not what we call a world of choices. When God created angels who would obey God and who do not know what obedience is, then it's a sort of light which knows no shadows. But when you give an angel, for instance, a choice to hide his face or to turn his face against the light, from then on the evil would be born. So it is the choice you're talking about, not the creation of evil.
Okay.
When God gave choice to mankind to either be good or be bad,
Yeah.
then Satan was created out of this choice.
Yeah. But did God give to Iblis choice?
Iblis,
Iblis. Yeah.
let us call him a man
Yeah.
for a while,
Okay.
then you will understand. If God had not given man a choice
Yeah.
of either following him or not following him, then there was no need for creating man, because angels exactly did the same thing. If God did not give choice to man to either follow him or not to follow him, then there was no need for creating man at all, because angels were not given the choice of not to follow God. So it would be the creation of angels yet again in a different form. But the moment God created man with this option, with this freedom to follow or not to follow, then some humans were free to do whatever they like.
Yeah.
And it were those who were Iblis who decided not to follow the word of God, because that looked attractive. For instance, if you ask somebody to climb a mountain, the moving towards God is like climbing a mountain. When you have choices, when you have no choices, then it doesn't make any difference. But when you have choices to sit down in peace and ease and comfort and not to make the effort of climbing, then when you stay below and do not rise, that in itself is the creation of Iblis, which brings harm not only to himself, but all such people whom they say, no, no, don't go up. There's no need to, just rest in peace here. So you lose the opportunity of gaining heights. The gaining height here means closeness to God. So a hell is created which is a distance between God and your own choices. So that is in reality what hell is.
Yeah.
The consequence of this sin which I am describing. Got it?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Now all this is covered in full detail in my book, which as I have mentioned repeatedly now, which I hope will be ready by this annual conference. It's ready otherwise, but it takes some time for the press to tidy up last things and the requirements of the printing and what has to be gone into and so on and so forth.